Hello, welcome back. Okay, we're going to be continuing with part 2 of these notes. First thing we want to remember from our last lesson was that the x-intercept will be the number of the x on the x-axis followed by 0. Then the y-intercept will be 0 and the number where it's on the y-axis. All right. Violet starts the semester with $150 in her student lunch account. Each day she spends $3.75 on lunch. The table shows the function relating the amount of money remaining in her lunch account to the number of days Violet has purchased lunch. All right, it tells us to find the x and y intercepts. All right, listen. The x value, we have an x value and a y value of 0. Here is the x-intercept. We have an x value of 0 and a y value, so this tells us this is our y-intercept. The x-intercept means that after buying lunch for 40 days, as x is the number of days, Violet will have $0 left in her lunch account, or it will take Violet 40 days to use all the money in her lunch account. The y-intercept means that Violet's lunch account has $150 in it after buying lunch for 0 days. So when she hasn't bought any lunch, she started with $150 in it. So the beginning balance was $150. For the think about it, explain why the x-coordinate of the y-intercept is always 0, because it has to cross the y-axis, and the y-axis only exists when x is 0. All right, check. Ashley receives a gift card to the movie theater for her birthday table. Show the amount of money remaining on her gift card Y after X trips to the movie theater. All right, so before anything, oh look, I see some interesting values. An X value is 0, This is a y-intercept. And then I see a y value of 0, so that tells me this should be an x-intercept by definition. All right. Starts off, find the y-intercept. Done, 0, 90. Find the x-intercept and describe what it means. All right, well, the x-intercept is 10, 0, so we can get rid of this one and get rid of this one. So the initial balance of the gift card was $10. That is not at all what it means. X doesn't even deal with the balance. 10, 0, after 10 trips to the movie, there will be no money left in the card. Correct. Moving along. Solving equations by graphing. All right, here we go. We were talking about this. So, the x-intercept solution or root of an equation is any value that makes the equation true. A 0 is an x-intercept of the graph of the function. For example, the root of 3x equals 6 is 2. A linear equation like 3x equals 6 has at most one root. while a nonlinear equation like x squared plus 4x minus 5 equals 0 may have more than one. So we have an equation related to a function. Notice the equal sign has a function on it, or we put it into slope-intercept form. So all the numbers are on one side and we have a variable on the other. The graph of the related function can be used to find the solution to the equation. The related function is formed by solving the equation for 0 and then replacing 0 with f of x or y. So again, we're moving everything off of one side to the other to create a x-intercept. We're finding a 0 solution. The value of x for which f of x is 0 are located on the x-intercept of the graph for a function and are called the zeros of the function. The roots of an equation are the same as the zeros of its relative function. The solution and roots of an equation are the same values as the zeros and x-intercepts for its related function. For the equation 3x equals 6, 2 is a solution. 2 is the solution. It is the root, it is 0, and it is the x-intercept. Solve a linear equation by graphing. All right, so here's our first step. What we have to do is we take our original equation and we're going to solve it to get 0 on one side. Our first step is going to be subtracting 1 from both sides. This gives me negative 2x plus 6 equals 0. Graph the left side of the equation. The related function is f of x equals negative 2x plus 6. The graph intersects the x-axis, so if we take a look, here's our x-axis, and what we've learned is that if we graph this, the intercept will be the solution. Our intercept's right there. We know that intercept has a 0 for the y value. 1, 2, 3. So the solution is 3. And that's it. Enjoy.